Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Horsepower Obsessed. Thanks for pressing play. Today we are going to talk about the 2021 C8 Corvette, some interesting pictures that have caught some of the new features of the 2021, and some options that are coming back for the 2021. So let's just jump right into it. All right, guys, real quick before we begin, if you could please go ahead and smash that thumbs up button and go ahead and hit the subscribe button with the bell notification so you don't miss any of these future C8 Corvette updates, and it helps circulate the video around YouTube, which helps out my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. But anyway, let's jump right into the information here, and it's gonna start with the high wing spoiler. So as you guys know, the high wing spoiler was kind of pulled out of some of the orders of the 2020 C8 Corvette, and we were told it wasn't available any longer. That was unfortunate for some of us who wanted the high wing spoiler. I almost ordered it myself, but ended up deciding against it at the very last minute. I kind of wish I would have gotten it now at this point, but there may be one sitting in my garage for a future install. Anyway, they are officially back. So whenever I say officially back, our friends over at Corvette Blogger gave us an article that is titled, "The High Wing Spoiler is back in stock and available for ordering at Chevrolet.com." Now, that is exactly what it sounds like. You can go to Chevrolet.com and you can get the high wing spoiler. But I just tried to customize my own 2021 C8 Corvette, and the option for the spoiler is still not on there. So basically, you can't buy the car with it already installed, but they are in stock. You can actually buy them directly from Chevrolet and have your dealership install them. The CorvetteBlogger.com talks about the fact that the high wing spoiler was originally canceled due to the supplier having continuing issues with matching production to the demand following the initial COVID shutdowns. It ended up being a very popular option, and now you can buy them from Chevrolet.com, like I said, and they're offering the high wing spoiler in 4 body colors. You got black, shadow gray, torch red, and Arctic white are the 4 versions that are currently showing on Chevrolet's accessories page. Now, for those of you who don't know, the high wing will fit the 2020 or the 2021 Corvettes, and those with the Z51 are easy as it actually uses the existing spoiler mounting points. If you don't have the Z51 spoiler at all, you can still put it on there, but it is going to require some drilling. So if you guys are really wanting that high wing spoiler, you can actually get the official one from Chevrolet right now. Moving on to the next bit of information, again comes to us from CorvetteBlogger.com. Like I said 100 times, this website is absolutely gigantic for Corvette information. If you're interested in Corvette information, whether it's a C1 all the way up to the C9 at this point, that info is, of course, on the CorvetteBlogger.com. But this piece of information is the first look at the new strike yellow / sky cool gray interior on the 2021 Corvette. My last video talking about updates to the constraints for the 2021, I had a couple people ask me about this interior because they were thinking it was on constraint. Well, here it is. It is not on constraint. At this point, there have been some of these cars built. They are, of course, in the wild, so we are good to go as far as that's concerned. The article over at the CorvetteBlogger.com goes on to say that the strike yellow portion of the interior, in our opinion, is executed perfectly, with the GT2 seat bolsters trimmed in the color while the seating surfaces themselves are sky cool gray. When paired with the yellow seatbelts, it's a match made in heaven for fans of yellow. And speaking of yellow, the yellow stitching throughout the cabin and the yellow notch on the steering wheel appears to be well done as well. Now, this is interesting, guys, because I'm not a huge fan of yellow interior or sky cool gray, but whenever it's paired up with some black and done like this, it almost looks like a special edition to me. Now, I know it kind of is. It's supposed to be reminiscent of the C8R, and I really, really like the look of it. Let me know what you guys think of this particular interior color combination below. On the outside of this particular C8, the owner decided to add the carbon flash / edge red hash marks and the new stinger stripes to the car. I posted up a picture of the new stinger stripes on the community tab, and there was a pretty overwhelming response of no. People don't seemingly like these on the new C8, but you definitely can't deny this is an interesting color combination on this car. But like I said, guys, let me know what you think down below of the interior color combination and these new stinger stripes. Let me know what your thoughts are. Anyway, guys, moving on to the next bit of information, again comes from CorvetteBlogger.com. I can't say enough times, if you guys are interested in Corvette news, head over to that site. That will always keep you up to date. But anyway, this particular article is titled, GM Vice President Steve Hill says the C8 Corvette buyers are wealthier than the C7 Corvette buyers. The article starts out on the Corvette CorvetteBlogger.com saying, "We talk a lot about the entry-level price point for the C8 Corvette. After all, it's hard to fathom how Chevrolet offers such a fantastic sports car starting at $59,995 that rivals competitors' cars costing 2 to 3 times as much. Now we're learning that most buyers of the C8 Corvette probably aren't all that concerned about the starting price, as the new report claims that the C8 Corvette buyers are even wealthier than those who purchased the previous C7 generation." That tidbit comes from GM's North American Vice President Steve Hill, who spoke during a recent media engagement attended by GM Authority. In his discussion with the media, Hill says that the median household income of a mid-engine Corvette buyer is $76,000 higher than those who purchased the C7 Corvette. That is staggering for sure. That higher income and the ability to purchase the higher trims and additional options led to a majority of 2020 buyers selecting the 3LT Corvette, 46.8%, versus the 2LT, 39.1%, or the base model 1LT package at 14.5%. So there you have it, guys. The C8 Corvette is somehow being purchased by people who make $76,000 more a year than the C7 Corvette buyers. That is pretty crazy. But anyway, let's move on to the next bit of information, because why not jam as much C8 Corvette information as we possibly can into one video. This one, again, comes from CorvetteBlogger.com, is showing off a bunch of different pictures, optioned out differently, of the new C8 Corvette and its red mist color. Now, this is apparently outside of Quebec, so you guys know that's a huge Corvette dealership, and they have just a sea of C8 Corvettes in red mist. So as I'm talking here, I'm going to throw some of these pictures up here for you guys to see. This is definitely an interesting sight. The red mist color has definitely brought a lot of the Long Beach Red and Torch Red fans together, so yeah. I'm behind this color. I think it's an awesome variation to play with, and it looks fantastic. Some of the guys over at Quebec said that since many of you guys have not been able to see the new red mist yet, we thought we would show you some of the available color combinations that you may or may not be able to see at your local dealer. Unfortunately, these are all customer ordered cars, so yeah, you guys aren't going to be able to buy any of these ones specifically, but we wanted to get pictures for you before they got picked up. Now, as you guys can see here, they literally do just have a ton of these red mist colors in, and there's a bunch of different interior color options and options in general on these cars. So we're looking at convertibles, coupes, black wheels, silver wheels, tan interiors, sky cool gray interiors, black interiors, non-Z51, Z51s. Literally, it has them all. If you guys were interested in the red mist color, I hope this helps satisfy your craving for it, because there is just a bunch of them. But moving on, guys, one last piece of information, and it's more of a sad piece, because again, CorvetteBlogger.com is telling us about an accident that involved a Rapid Blue C8 Corvette that was damaged in a Florida highway crash. Now, if you guys remember, not too long ago, I actually put up a video talking about a Rapid Blue convertible that got wrecked as well, and they ended up totaling it. But it was one of the very first hardtop convertibles to be delivered and also total. So anyway, this particular article goes on to say, we caught the unfortunate news that yet another 2020 Corvette Stingray has been grounded due to an accident from these photos posted over at the Corvette forum. The good news is that it appears the occupants were okay, as the airbags did deploy. So that is the most important part. The occupants were okay. Nobody got seriously hurt, but it does look like the car is seriously damaged. The accident apparently occurred on I-295 in Jacksonville, and the pictures show that the Corvette had spun out and gone hard into a guardrail. The photos show another vehicle pulled over ahead of the Vette, but we're unsure if they were a participant in the crash or just a good Samaritan who stopped to make sure the occupants of the Vette were okay. In this particular photo, you can see the tire marks left on the road by the Corvette as it spun around and ultimately impacted that guardrail. The Corvette blogger goes on to say that the damage to the car is significant, as the front took the brunt of the impact, and there is also damage on the driver's side and rear of the car as well. However, the rear looks pretty good, and we don't think that the engine was damaged, so the big question is regarding the frame of the car and if the damage is significant enough to total it. It is a Rapid Blue Z51 coupe with 12,191 miles on the odometer. Let's hope this thing doesn't get totaled, because that would be very sad for the owner. The CorvetteBlogger.com goes on to say, while it is sad to see yet another C8 Corvette on the side of the road, it is heartening to know that the C8's aluminum structure and safety systems keep the driver and his passenger alive and relatively unhurt. That's all that matters, and that is 100% true. If you guys are able to get into an accident like this and walk away from it, that is the #1 priority. With that said, of course, none of us want to see our babies get wrecked or damaged like this, but ultimately, we all just want to stay safe. Anyway, guys, that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this little bit of an update for the 2021s and a little bit of the 2020 sprinkled in there. But like I said, let me know down below what you guys think of that Sky Cool gray interior mixed with the yellow, the kind of special edition C8R look. Let me know if that's something you would buy. Also, what are your thoughts on the red mist color and all of the pictures that Curbex shared with us? Let me know down in the comment section below. If you guys liked what you saw here today, please give me a big thumbs up. Let me know you liked it and let YouTube know you liked it as well. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. I'm gonna have loads of C8 Corvette information just like this coming. You are not going to want to miss. And as always, guys, I will catch you in the next upload.